What's good, Commanders fans? Quick video here since I just got off live. But Josina Anderson just tweeted out 29 minutes ago. She said, "quote I'm told that the Commanders have recently assessed potential interest for 2023 first-round cornerback Emmanuel Forbes Jr. on the trade market per sources." So, I guess they are getting some interest in Emmanuel Forbes. Now, I think at best you can just get a 7th-round pick. I know I was talking with some of the guys and my Elite Channel member group chat, and Warpath was like, "I hope I can get some tissue for him," or and then OG was like, "I hope I can get a thank you letter for Emmanuel Forbes in return." But I think realistically, what you bag of chips, stuff like that. But I think realistically, what you can get for Emmanuel Forbes is maybe a 6th-round pick. But I always have said that you're probably going to have to do the Adam Peters special, where you attach a 7th-round pick to Emmanuel Forbes, and then you get a 6th-round pick. So basically, like the John Ridgeway trade, or how Adam Peters traded Jahan Dotson, he attached a 5th-round pick. We ended up getting a 3rd-round pick and a couple of 7s. So I feel like if you attach, how many 7th-round picks we have? We have like 2 or 3 because we traded. The Eagles gave us a 7th-round pick. We already had a 7th-round pick, and then we traded away the 7th-round pick for Cade York. We cut him, and then we got the 7th-round pick back. So I believe we have 3 7th-round picks. So if you do want to attach the 7th-round pick to Forbes and then get a 6th-round pick in return, I know Bleacher Report was saying the Ravens could add him. They didn't say there was interest, but they made up like a mock trade for Emmanuel Forbes to the Ravens, and then the Chargers would kind of make sense because they need cornerback depth. And I believe the Chargers liked Emmanuel Forbes in the draft process. There was a lot of teams that liked Emmanuel Forbes in the draft process. I know he was overdrafted by Ron Rivera. It's another Ron Rivera draft pick that, just didn't work out. Another 1st-round pick. Actually, I feel like you may be able to get a 7th-round pick for Emmanuel Forbes, or a 6th. It's going to be either one of those. You're not getting a 5th or 4th or anything like that. But yes, is he a bust? It's hard to say no. I mean, like, it's just disappointing, man. Another Ron Rivera draft pick. It really is, man. It is. And I did like him coming out, man. I didn't think he was going to be as bad as he was. He's just too small, man. He can't tackle. And, he's just, wide receivers big bodying him. DJ Moore big bodying him last year. A.J. Brown. He did get an interception, so that did help his trade value a little bit. Not much. And then he just didn't even play. He didn't play much in the last couple of games. He didn't play against the Giants much, and then he didn't play much against the Bears game, if I'm not mistaken. He just... he's just unable to tackle. He's unable to really stay with it. He had some moments. Like the Cardinals game, I thought he played pretty well. But I think that first game of the season, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game, where he had the face mask and the penalty on the same play, I think they just gave up on him after that. And then he had that injury, and then I think that was just an easy way to kind of demote him on the depth chart. And then he came back in the Panthers game. I feel like it was either that game or I can't remember the other game. But yes, it's a new regime. They didn't draft him. And then you just look at the guys that we could have drafted. I know it's hindsight, but it's not even hindsight. Like, a lot of people wanted to draft Christian Gonzalez before Emmanuel Forbes. I'm not saying Christian Gonzalez is just some shutdown corner, I'm not going to hype him up like that, but Christian Gonzalez has been the better corner. It's not saying much. But Jackson Smith and Jigba to add, we're desperate for another receiver at this point. We're not desperate, but we could add another receiver. Jackson Smith and Jigba. Zay Flowers was drafted 22nd. Jordan Addison for the Vikings was drafted 23rd. Deontay Banks was 24th, so I'm not tripping over Deontay Banks, even though he's better than Emmanuel Forbes. It's not saying much. Deontay Banks was getting cooked by Terry yesterday. Dalton Kincaid from the Buffalo Bills. I would have loved to have him at the tight end position. Who else? Joey Porter Jr. for the Steelers, who we're going to play on Sunday. The funny thing is that Joey Porter Jr. and Emmanuel Forbes were on Instagram Live in the offseason. They were both talking trash and stuff like that. And Emmanuel Forbes may not even be here for the game on Sunday to play against Joey Porter Jr. So that's kind of the funny, ironic thing about it. Sam Laporta from Detroit, my goodness. I mean, I could go on and on and on about, what it could have, should have, who we could have drafted after Emmanuel Forbes. But it just shows the malpractice and how bad the front office and how bad Ron Rivera was at drafting. Now, we did get Quan Martin in the 2nd round, so we did get a good player in Quan Martin in the 2nd round. But, man, looking at the guys that we could have drafted after Emmanuel Forbes is just Brian Branch from Detroit, the Lions. The safety who's been balling. I mean, yeah, it's just a gut punch, and a lot of the Ron Rivera picks really did hold us back and set us back, and that's just a testament to Jaden Daniels, Adam Peters, Dan Quinn, Josh Harris, how good Jaden Daniels has been to really get us out of this hole, bad draft picks. I mean, you go from Jamin Davis, who's a speed demon, and speed demon on and off the field, driving, and then Chase Young, who's not here anymore, he got traded. Jamin Davis not here. Jahan Dotson traded. So all the first round picks by Ron just really have not worked out. Thank goodness for Sam Cosmi. Excuse me. Thank goodness for Quan Martin, for Darian Mathis here and there for sure. Derek Forrest has been fine, but he's probably going to get traded or released or whatever pretty soon, I feel like. Even though I like Derek Forrest a lot. But man, like, wow. And I remember it was, I think it was either Eric Stokes or somebody. I can't remember. They were like, I like Forbes over Gonzalez, and that was in the little show, the show that the Commanders do, like Commander Show or whatever, like their version of Hard Knocks. And it's like, wow, they really took Emmanuel Forbes. And before we trade him, I'm gonna just say the biggest memory I have for him is him taking that picture at his own football camp, and the high schooler was like 2 times bigger than Emmanuel Forbes. And people were making fun of Forbes and putting the SpongeBob legs on him because his legs were so skinny, they looked like sticks. But I wish Emmanuel Forbes the best. I do think there's talent there. And I really do wish him the best. I think he's a good guy, nice guy, all that. And I really wish him the best, And the unfortunate thing is that he never really worked out with Darrell Green. Mikey Sanders still made sure that he worked out with Darrell Green. Not saying that's his downfall, but I think that's one thing that I observed and saw that maybe he should have took advantage of doing before, he got traded. He's about to get traded or maybe even released. We'll see. I actually don't think he's gonna be released if they don't trade him. We'll see, but they're trying to find a trade partner, and we'll see what happens. But like I said, if they can get a 6th round pick for Emmanuel Forbes, I think that's a big win. If they can get a 7th for Emmanuel Forbes, I think it's a big win. That's a huge win if they can get a 7th or a 6th for Emmanuel Forbes. So, all right, you guys let me know what you guys think. As always, let's get ready for the trade deadline tomorrow, guys. 4 p.m. It's a big time, man. I can't wait, guys. We'll see, but don't be disappointed if Adam doesn't make any moves because he wants to build through the draft. As always, Hell's Commanders. Peace.